Hi, I'm Ameya and I'm presenting our recent work on the social impact of recently proposed algorithms to automatically detect online available fake or manipulated media. This work is jointly done with Joanna under the guidance of Dr. Puneet and Professor Phil. We thank Facebook AI for funding this work and Dr. Sanam for his useful feedback. The big problem that the DFDC challenge aims to tackle is deepfake detection. This is important because automatic fake generation methods will scale and they have to be countered with automatic detection methods. The best solutions that we have currently are deep convolution neural networks combined with large and diverse datasets like DFDC. These are posed as a binary classification task where each frame is classified as fake or real. The problem, however, with using these supervised networks is the problem of cheating. That is, if you take the below left image where you when passed to a CNN, it classifies as a collie. But you would expect the CNN to recognize that there is a shape of a dog and from that shape to classify the image. But instead, it cheats with like cues which are high indicators of it being a dog. Say, for example, a snout, eye like thing somewhere in the image indicate a high probability of the picture being the dog class. In deepfake detection, these using these supervised CNNs to check the incorrect blending artifacts and rely on them for classification might not happen. They might cheat and rely on shortcuts for these classification. And some of these ways of cheating might have social consequences, disproportionately affecting people who are at risk, especially because of their face. I mean, it is important to note that these people are often scorned at, ignored, mocked, sometimes even called ugly because of their face, and they are very sensitive about it. Methods which call their face fake and disallow uploading are something that we wish to prevent from happening at all costs. The first artifact is color gradients across the face and some specific color gradients. CNNs might be able to cheat by detecting this sort of an artifact and just classifying based on it. Say on the top left, the center part of the face is lightened due to the blending. The bottom left shows a more clearer example. What we fear is that such artifacts might affect people suffering from vitiligo or similar conditions which cause skin discolorations. Here are some examples that we tested on the top 3 detectors, and at least one of them failed with high confidence. In spite of these videos closely resembling the training set, aka there are at least one or two people in this video with faces clearly visible, videos in high qualities, and the setting being an indoor setting. Here are examples of burn victims. These videos are classified as fake, yet the people in these videos were all describing the challenges that they face due to their face. For example, the woman on the left was describing that her husband left her after he was specifically responsible for causing the burns. It's heartbreaking to then algorithmically determine these people's faces as fake with such high confidence. The second artifact was jagged edges, and this might lead to detecting sharp variations as fake and might affect people with say face tattoos. We took some rappers and who had face tattoos and found that some of them were classified as fake with relatively high confidence. The third artifact that we wanted to test was extensive smoothing. So we took the most extreme form of smoothing, which is smooth chubby faces. We took baby videos. We found that detectors disproportionately classified them as fake, their faces as fake. These baby videos were classified as fake with very high confidence by at least one of the 3 detectors. To conclude, we should specify that the reasons we fear they classify them as fake might not be the actual reasons. We need a systematic investigation to determine why these deepfake detectors fail, but Currently, we know that automatic detection methods might need a lot more work before they're deployed in the real world. We only tested against similar looking videos to the training set, but we need robustness against more out of distribution samples with heavy makeup, piercings, etc. Overall, we need to ensure that the damage caused by this extra power of classifying people's faces as fake leads to minimal impact on, with say, false positives, and especially on the people at risk who are already uh, scorned because of their face. In summary, like, we would like to conclude with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you.